beginning of quarantine, but it just was not like it was not working out. You know, we were both kind of used to, you know, me living
Your
out
space.
of
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah,
home.
yep.
So I'm fortunate enough where there was a place that I could stay in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to take that opportunity, and I went and had my own space, which was nice, and kind of just, you know, did my online classes over there. And then I got my stepmom told me about this guy at my younger brother's school, the one of the dads, you know, oh, he does directing and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's
Producing,
cool.
directing. So that
Producing,
was
directing.
Raja, the
That
director
was
of the
Raja.
movie that we
Yeah.
worked. So this is probably what I'm the most excited to talk to you about. And I think this is probably what a lot of people out there are going to want to hear about. So, um, so you're in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did you end up on my set? As a trainee first, and
as
then
an
you
intern.
really were so impressive at what you were doing, and we were also very small, I would say medium budget feature film,
Mm-hmm.
but very time sensitive, short,
Yeah.
you know, a few
2 weeks.
yeah,
11 days.
11
Yeah.
days. And so you came in as a PA, kind
Yeah.
of, or
Well,
maybe even like an intern,
yeah, not
really.
even a PA
Yeah.
at first. It was more just
Because
like
you had absolutely zero, other than your high school project. You really had like a zero
yeah.
set experience.
Yeah. I had like an internship that I did in high school, but it was really just like, you know, getting food for people. And it was like a television network. It wasn't like I was working on features.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have a lot of experience. I just had the desire to do it.
So tell me about the exposure, meaning like how did you hear about the feature film? How did you make the connections? How did you get on set? Like how did you get your foot in the door? People would probably want to really hear about that.
Well, I mean, in my situation, I was really lucky that, you know, his kid happened to go to the same school as my brother. So, like, you know, he was, I guess, casually in conversation mentioned, he didn't even know that, you know, my stepmom had a stepdaughter that was into film or anything like that. He just mentioned that he's going to be working on something in Vegas. And then my stepmom was like, oh, you know, put two and two together. Like, my stepdaughter's in Vegas, and she also, so if you need any help kind of thing. And it was more just like, you know, she can help you out with at first it was like, I'll help you out with like pre-production stuff, like doing runs and stuff like that. But so she gave me his number, so I texted him and I said like, hey, I heard you were, you know, like looking for any kind of help that you could get here, and I don't have a lot of experience, but I really like, I'll do kind of anything that you need and help out wherever I'm needed kind of thing. And to kind of see where I was at, he had me drop by to the production house place that they were at.
This is the first time we met?
No. I met him before I met you.
Was it in Vegas or here?
It was in Vegas. It was at that house.
Oh, yeah. I came a week or so later.
Like, a little bit later. But it was like the first meeting to kind of see if, you know, we gelled and if I was willing to do what he wanted me to do and kind of like preliminary figure things out like that. So I showed up and they were like, yeah, I mean, we could use like an intern to help out around things. Like you said you were into film. So like, you know, if we have any extra tasks for you to do in any particular area. And I just kind of was like, I will literally do anything. Like I will do absolutely anything.
From hearing you talk about this, two main things to take away from this is any connection to anybody and any opportunity.
Yes.
Like there was a very kind of a stars as aligned connection between your stepmom,
yeah,
and Raja and kid or whatever. But like there was a little opportunity there that you're like, okay, well, let me get the number. Let me reach out to him. So the second thing is you did whatever it takes to like, were you nervous to text him or anything like that? Or were you like, no, I really want this. Like, hey,
well,
like,
I'm always nervous for anything, but I knew it was a good opportunity. So I was like, I'm going to take the initiative. You know, fuck it. There's no harm in trying.
Absolutely.
So
I always tell this to people, like even I always compare it to like when you go to Home Depot or Walmart or any kind of big store looking for something, and there's 50 people walking around in that orange blueprint, and I'm always watching these people like walking around like,
They don't want to ask.
and
They're
they don't
just
want to ask. I'm like,
yeah.
first thing I do when I run in there, but Home Depot's like my second home now.
Yeah.
So when I run in, but like, and when I run to the store, I'm just looking for that person that works there. I'm like, excuse me, where's this?
Something my grandma always tells me that I try not to forget is a baby that doesn't cry doesn't get fed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Squeaky wheels get.
yeah, squeaky wheels get oil.
Yep.